Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Races Driving League for Season 14, round number 11 of the Championship, the Austrian Grand Prix, here at the Red Bull Ring. And we're in for a very exciting Grand Prix tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 20 points separating the top two in the Championship, but no Che Oliver tonight. So, Gremio has another chance to extend his lead in the Drivers' Championship after Che's win last time out at Silverstone. Took a bit longer to go in recent weeks, but we are here now. We're ready to go. Thought it should be some very entertaining racing for you tonight. The two Alfa Romeo is already out on track here for the start of qualifying. Last week's British Grand Prix, very entertaining towards the end of the race. The wet weather really sunk in, and it allowed Che Oliver to come through and take the victory on the final lap. And now we look once again at a track that has served up all kinds of entertainment in the past in this league. I think back to the Celtic race in Season 12, in which BJ took the victory. BJ driving for McLaren now. Could use a win or two to get himself back up there in the Championship. Currently sitting quite a way off his teammate. About 29 points off his teammate in third place it stands. And we see C110P fan in third in the Drivers' Championship. Currently running behind the two Championship contenders, Gremio and Che. Huggy made the first Alfa Romeo on his way through for his first lap in qualifying. So we'll come through and see what he can do off the last corner and towards the line to begin his first run. So it's a very long uphill towards turn number 1. That first corner taken quite quickly. Be careful not to go wide over the curbs in the exit. Good exit through turn 1 and heading towards turn number 2 now. And up the hill towards 3. Heavy braking zone here. Braking just past 100 meter board. There's a decent run through Huggy, or for Huggy rather. Onto the DRS once again. There's 3 DRS zones on the circuit, one after the other. So we could see a lot of moves getting done down towards turn number 4. One of the Red Bulls moving to the right hand side there. Huggy continues on. Got his teammate running right there behind him, trying to get a tow of some kind. That's PJ Khaled in the other Alpha. Huggy there pulling over here, allowing PJ through. So we're carrying the lap with PJ here. He comes to a second sector split. 45.1. Through turn 8. And then over the crest. Heading towards turn number 9. 2 very fast, flat out right-handers here. Good exit from 9. A bit wide out of 10, laps invalid, but it'll keep running towards the line. The first lap of the night, 1 minute 5.1. And Huggy goes fastest on 1 minute 8.5. But I dare say the McLaren, or one of the Red Bulls behind him, could try and top that, potentially. And there goes Ethan over the line, 1 minute 5.3 from the Red Bull man. Leading his teammate by 4 points in the Drivers' Championship as Zach Sherman, who's back this week. So looking forward to see what he can do in the car course. So a decent race, couple rounds ago in Baku, so very nearly took the victory. But unfortunately, was beaten in the end by Landlord. He's just trying to get some redemption here as best he can. Yet to win a Grand Prix in the RDL. It's been close on several occasions. Could tonight be his night? So waiting now for the next car to come through to the line. And that'll be our Championship leader, Gremio, on the medium tyres. He's invalidated those, so we'll see what his lap is though. 1 minute 4.9. Even though it's invalid, that's still the fastest time we've seen so far in this session. But still a long way to go. A lot of time still to come. Yellow flag here in the last corner. That's Lycod who's spun out the exit at turn number 9. Huggy goes through. It's invalidated again. And BJ goes fastest there, like a few times on the medium tyres. That's a brilliant lap from him in the McLaren. I said he won here a few seasons ago. Could today be his day to try and take another victory? And Zach Sherman going even faster than that on the soft tyres. 1 minute 5.137, so very close there. Just over 400 of a second between the pair of them. One of the Aston Martins over the line there. That's Landlord, I believe, starting his first lap. Into turn 1. Currently sits 48 points off his teammate, the Championship leader in the standings. Gremio's invalidated once again here. This medium tyre run has not gone how he'd hoped. No banker lap set into the pit lane here. Goes full into the pit lane behind in the AlphaTauri, currently running in P11, no time set. Mr. TJ goes 4th fastest there, just in front of Huggy Bear with a 1 minute 5.4. Ethan's gone 3rd. Sorry, he was there in 3rd initially. Hope the next man through. 45.1 is second sector. He's on for a good time here. Wardy is now joining the session. Of course, he joined a little bit late, but he's here now, ready for action. Once again, Pope's invalidated here, but his best effort, 1 minute 4.971. I believe that was just a bit faster than Grumio's initial effort on those mediums. Landed over the line once again. And track limits are a massive problem here on this circuit. So we're looking to try and get a few of those as you can tonight into the penalties. Mr. TJ here, still running there in P4. Lycon still in P6, looking to make some improvement here. Next car across the line is one of the Williams machines, that's Wardy. Wearing Latifi's helmet for tonight's race. Being the place that Latifi made his debut a couple of seasons ago in 2020 in real life Formula 1. We'll be hoping to not perform in the same way as Latifi did over his career. Wardy 10 points in the season, putting himself up to 17th in the Drivers' Championship. 24 points off his teammate right now, so Alvar currently winning that head-to-head. Through the second sector, it's a decent run so far for Wardy. See what he can do over the rest of the lap here. Coming towards that second sector split. Let's have a look at what the time is here. 44.9. Got a bit deep there through 8. And now into turn 9. Got to avoid running wide as best he can here. Into the final corner. Keeps it within the lines. And his first time puts him fastest. 1 minute 4.9. That's our first 1 minute 4 of the night. That's a fantastic lap from Wardy then. Let's put him on provisional pole. BJ's gone third. He's warming up his tyres. Going to have another go here. And Fan on his way around as well. Ethan goes second fastest there. But not enough to topple Wardy's 1 minute 4 time. Fan's on again for another lap. TJ on those soft tyres of 4 laps, doing an impeccable job here, managing those and trying to get decent times out of it. But I dare say we'll come to the end of that run soon. PJ Keller goes second fastest there, and look how close that is. Just under a quarter of a tenth separating the two cars on the front row here. And Pope goes fastest now by about a tenth. Pope now on pole. Waiting for Grumio here. 44.8 was the second sector. See what he can do for this final corner. He's held it. And towards the line, that's pole by a good few tenths. Fantastic stuff from Grumio there. So 3 drivers set 1 minute 4 lap times, just like that. And BJ goes second fastest, puts himself in the front row. Prolong now 4th, Prolong 5th, PJ now in 6th. The 2 Red Bulls relegated to the 4th row here. Fan back in 9th after the lap set he set on those medium tyres. What could we see from him? 13 cars now set lap times. Alvar, Lano and JB all at the racetrack, but JB's just gone around there at the exit of turn number 7. Going into 8. I bet that'd be a lap ruin and a set of tyres have scuffed a little bit. JB into the pit lane here, but hoping for a lot better next time around. 16.0 from Landlord's first sector, and around he goes. Losing the car, the back end just comes out under him. At turn number 4, the exit turn 4, going into 5. That'll be his lap ruin too. Webbsy away on his next run in the Ferrari. Webbsy running in 6th place in the Drivers' Championship, just 8 points off of BJ. Webb's having a fantastic season here as we reach the halfway mark. So under 8 minutes left to go in this session now. following him here into turn number 6. We're coming towards the second split. 45.1. Through turn 8. Keeping it nice and smooth on the run towards 9 on the left hand side of the racetrack. He'll cut back in for 9. On the exit, keeping things nice and smooth off the final corner and charging towards the line. And Websy setting a 1 minute 5.1, which is enough for P9. Just in front of Fan, who's on his way through here to begin another lap. Now on a set of soft tyres. Just see what he can do. Makes it past a few slower cars, one of them being Websy, of course just finished his lap. Fan looking to beat him here. He's just under a 10th up in his first sector. Just needs a bit more in the next 2 in order to put himself higher into that top 10. Towards turn 4 here on the Alpha territory over to the right hand side. And Fan cutting in to hit the apex there. Good exit from him as well. Looking to try and match his teammate who's kind of about half a second in front of him. But also on a lap himself. Fan hitting the split. And he's half a second up, more or less. Wardy puts himself P2. Sniper Hunter just shut up the order as well. Both Mercedes in the exact same time here. That's spectacular stuff. Fan now down to P12. Even looking for improvement of this final corner. Let's see what he can do. The lap is valid. And over the line he goes. It's enough for P3. That's a fantastic lap from Fan. And puts him just clear of his teammate who's on his way around as well. But here he comes now on his next lap. So under 6 minutes to go. So things are really changing, but no one topping Grimio's first effort. Wardy puts himself back on the front row here. There's Grimio charging through past Wardy. He's down by a 10th and a bit. Sniper Hunter into the pit lane here, running P7. Fantastic stuff from him. Ethan there in 8th on another run. And Grimio goes fastest again. So despite being a 10th down after the second sector, he still managed to pull that out of the last. And 3 drivers here, all at the same time. Pope, Sniper Hunter and Ethan, all at the exact same time. That's fantastic stuff. It just shows how close this qualifying is. 1 minute 4 is now sort of what's expected. They feel very close together. And I dare say this is still anyone's qualifying here. Anyone could end up anywhere. JB around turn 1. .2 for JB in his first sector. So he's getting around 10 seconds or so. I believe we're thinking of turn number 8 when he made the mistake. So these times are more or less the same in sector 1 too, but sector 3 is where he'll pick up the most and get himself back on the board. Looking to try and top his teammate Prolol. 1 minute 4.9 is Prolol's best effort. Enough for 11th place. He's got his AlphaTauri teammate right behind him there. Here comes JB now. Into the last couple of corners. This will be where you see the most improvement. Out the last turn and charging towards the line. Good exit from him. It's enough for P14. 1 minute 5.2. And I doubt he'll be too satisfied with that. Prolol comes into the pits behind him. Curtis running in P15 there. Oh, wide exit turn number 1. The lap's invalid as a result. Has to wait to go around again. Huggy Bear slowing up to allow Landlord through. He's warming up his tyres for another run. 1 minute 12.7 is best time. 3 minutes to go. I dare say we'll start to see a few cars there who are of course closing in on trying to set the fastest time. Grimio's still there on top, about a 10th or so. Over Wardy in second, who's still going at it here. Desperate to try and break that pole position time. On his next lap now. most likely be his final run. In turn 1. The track's starting to cloud over a little bit now. No chance of rain here. And he's half a tenth up at the end of the first sector. He's may have gone a bit deep there through 4. May lose a little bit that bit of time. Let's see what it looks like at the end of sector 2. Majority of cars in the pit lane here. But I dare say we'll start to see a lot of action in the pit lane as the last few minutes come about towards the end of this session. They're already slowing up here. And I get the feeling it might be trying to set up to go again. It's a fantastic lap so far from him, and he's just sort of throwing it away. So what is going on? He's not out of fuel. I dare say he's just recharging his ERS and going for more time. Minute and a half left to go. So around this time you'll start seeing us all here open up the pit lane. Yes, everyone is on the way out, more or less. Still a few cars waiting on. 3 cars have yet to set valid times. Cotley, Goblin, Alvar and Ericsson all yet to post times on the board. And Lano's gone second fastest as well, so Wardy's going down to 3rd place. So wait now for Wardy to go again. Off this final corner and towards the line to start what will most likely be his final, one of his final 2 laps of the session. Oh! That was a very close slide. He's only just almost lost the whole car right there. But yeah, as a result, he's 3 tenths down the first sector. He's got to push the car now in order to get back around in time to have another go. So he'll have time. He'll have about 10 seconds on the clock when he makes his way round. Both Aston Martins on laps here. One of them is still what ways to come around, but we'll make it in plenty of time. Everyone trying to find a clean bit of space to run their lap in peace. And Pope retiring from the session. What's happened here? Has he crashed the car? I dare say he has. And there he is, he's spun it on the exit. Wardy half second down here. The checker flag about to fall. He's into the pit lane. I think 3rd place is what we'll settle for here. Behind the 2 Aston Martins. Lano's out there still chasing pole position. Oh, he's half a tenth down. The checker flag falls. Grimio here. 6/100 of a second up on his previous time. Next car through is Lano, who stays second here. Grimio was 2 tenths up in sector 2. Has he found another gear of mileage? Look how tight it is here at the top. Grimio comes charging towards the line. About to make it a whole lot less tight. 1 minute 4.3, and I dare say that wrap up pole position unless someone can do something about it behind him. Fan towards the line here. TJ goes 8th. Fan goes 5th. I believe BJ was dead on with his previous sector. He's invalidated here. He's one of the last few over the line. And that'll more or less do it. So Grimio then puts himself on pole for the Austrian Grand Prix. A very, very close qualifying indeed. So there is your top 10 before we go into the race. Grimio starts on pole with Landau, his teammate, alongside him. One of the first few times this season we've seen an Aston Martin lockout towards turn 1. Zach Sherman starts 3rd, could try and upset them going towards that first corner. Wardy in 4th, another brilliant qualifying from him. Fan in 5th, PJ Khaled separating 2 McLarens in 6th, BJ in 7th, Sniper Hunter 8th, TJ 9th and Pope in 10th. So that is your qualifying order of the top 10. We're back with you in a few minutes time at the start of the race.
Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out.
36 laps of fun here, ready to be had in the Red Bull Ring. Tyre choices, Webster's been the risk taker on the softs.
Reform the grids, the drivers will be hoping to get a strong start. They'll want to earn some valuable points from today's race, with final communications being done with their race engineers, ensuring the planned strategies are all in place.
The two Aston Martins are leading the field to the front of the grid for the start of the Austrian Grand Prix. It's been chaos here the last couple of seasons, and it looks to be this race is still very close, especially in terms of qualifying. Without that anything to go by, so it'll be no different here. Grumio leads Landlord to turn 1, followed by Zach Sherman and Wardy behind. There's the Williams and the Haas on the back row join up. On the back of the grid, that'll be Alvar and Ericsson on the final row, joining up at the back. So you wait now for the lights. Starter has the green flag in his hand. And the field kept waiting for the lights here. And we have a problem potentially. I have to wait and see here just what's going on. Waiting for word from the host to see what is happening. I dare say I'm going to have a restart. Some form of connection problem potentially plaguing the pack here. Oh, here we go, the lights are on. Well, I dare say we might be getting a restart regardless. Regardless of the moment we are on the way, so for the moment we'll have a look here, see what's going on. In terms of the race then, Grumio leads the way from Blandon in second place. Zach Sherman third and Wardy in fourth. We've got a spin in the back, that's Prolol. Prolol's turned the car around and gets it underway again. It took a long time for those lights to get away, but now they go off and we're underway. And Conor Goldman immediately with a 5-second penalty for a corner cut and gaining a place from it as well. Speaking of gaining places, BJ's gained 3 on this opening lap here. She's had a great getaway. So Grumio leads then from Landlord and Zach Sherman in third place. Everyone's moved up a decent amount here at the expense of, I believe Lycon's just gone around. Yes, he has. He's gone wide off into the gravel. Recovered the car though. Prolol might have something to battle with here in the coming of his first lap. It's Grumio in the lead. All single file up front. Mrs. TJ getting close to the back of Sniper Hunter going towards that first corner. Will the Alpine look at the Silver Arrow into turn 1? No chance. And C110P fan to the pit here. Yellow flag sector 1. And that is Sniper Hunter's gone around. Recovers the car. Gets up to going again, no issue. We're leading by 6/10 here over Landlord. Ethan dropping back. So a terrible exit out of turn number 3 and it's falling away. PJ Ring in 6th place here. Could come under threat from the Alpine behind him. There's not much separating them here. Near the end of the second lap now. The Aston Martins have really pulled away brilliantly. Yellow flag, and that's Grumio sets the fastest lap as PJ Keller's gone around. The exit at turn number 9. The Alfa Romeo gets himself spun around and rejoins the race down at 18th. And fan pitted for what looks to be a fresh set of hard tyres. DRS now deployed for the first time in this race. Landlord using it to his advantage, really closing in on his teammate. And could we see a duel for the lead reminiscent of the ones we've seen in the last 2 seasons between these two? Closing in. Further back, just outside of the points. JB defending from a very large train here. I say defending. It will be in a moment or two when the DRS really comes into effect. Ethan to the inside of Huggy Bear. Gets the spot, no issue. Another place gain back for the Red Bull driver. Now where will Landlord make his move here? Yellow flag behind him. Zach Sherman's got around. Off the racing line, so no issue there. Gets himself recovered. The sun begins to part the clouds a little bit here. Mr. TJ looks inside of Wardy going towards turn number 3. He's got the placement off into turn 3. That's a great move. Landlord closing in a little bit on his teammate, but not enough here to actually try and go for a move. Has to try and wait again. Curtis 2.5 seconds off of the pace of Websy in P7. He's got Alvar for company just behind him in P9. And JB defending that last point on the order now. Thanks to Zach Sherman's spin, he's now down to P15. It's not the best of starts for the 2 Red Bulls here. Have to see if they can get it back. So in terms of position change here, before we change it up, the biggest gain as well has been Alvar, who's gained 10 places off the start. The driver who's lost out the most on track has been PJ Khaled, down 13. As C1CP fan obviously pitted at the end of that first lap. So he's down dead last now. For that final corner. Getting up number 5 of this race. DRS deployed. Ericsson in the back of that pack. Although he's got Ethan for company right behind him. Does Red Bull go for it late into turn 1? No chance. But if with a good exit, could have a go in with the DRS once again. Up front, Mr. TJ passing BJ into turn number 3. And we'll get to work on now chasing the Aston Martin leaders. Grimio's really gone away from Landlord here. So Wardy now down into 5th place. He's got Websy right there behind him with Pope in 7th on the hard tyres. Because Websy was the one risk taker who took soft tyres, and right now they're paying off for him. He moved up a number of places. Going into turn number 9 now. Run on board with the Ferrari here off this last turn. So I dare say you want to try and line up a move on Wardy. It wasn't the best of exits for him, and so he's fallen away a little bit. Around 4 tenths behind the Williams car, occupying 5th. TJ's past BJ here, but I dare say BJ want to get TJ back. Try to send that 5 times fast. Websy closing back in on Wardy now. Ethan gets a penalty. Websy, will he go to the inside? Stays in line. And we line up for turn 4. DRS deployed once again. No battery usage for either car. Websy really trying to make something happen here. Trying to close down on Wardy. Into turn number 6. Bit wide on his entry, and around he goes! Almost up in front of Pope. He has to get onto the gravel and turn himself back around on Websy. Losing the car. The car just escaping from underneath him. Now down to P13. I dare say the soft tyres will be shot. Very unfortunate for him. Zach Sherman now has his next target lined up right in front of him on the medium tyres. Decent exit. Run a bit wide there. But still managed to hold on to it. Meanwhile, up front, it's still the Aston Martins getting away from the front of the field. TJ there in 3rd place. BJ still half second off him. Wardy now has a clear view behind him. Pope 1.6 seconds into the review. We'll start focusing on closing down the 2 J's here. Alvar, who's spun at the exit of turn 3 here, he's fallen down through the field. No front wing on that car. You have to pit to replace that. So we've already seen a number of pit stops so far in this race. Actually, I'm messing with him. Oh, there's Landlord around. Landlord, who is the only driver so far who's managed to keep up with Grumio, spins it on the exit turn at number 10. And now has work to do. He's down to P6. Grumio now sits 6.3 seconds clear at the front of the field. No threat behind. TJ needs to defend from BJ first. We can even think about chasing Grumio down. He needs to rely on a mistake from our race leader here. And Dan sums it up perfectly down there in the chat. Astons need a nerf. BJ on his way towards 4. On the inside of the Alpine going in. And a good exit's always needed from both cars here. They're side by side. Going into turn 6. So won't come to contact between them, it won't. But BJ slides around the outside and takes away second place. Now 7.3 seconds off the lead. And Wardy's back up to 4th place now. Still trying to get back around TJ. Yellow flag in sector 2 as Curtis has gone around the other Alpine. Got to wait for him to go past before he can recover his car, get back going again. And he's on the worst corner to have possibly spun it at. And he's held up Lycon massively there. He's almost run into the back of him. And I dare say Lycon would not be pleased with that. Yellow flag here. And that is TJ around. No front wing on that Alpine. He's lost it off the exit at turn 1. That puts Wardy into the podium places now. Well, safety car deployed. But I dare say in these first 8 or 9 laps or so, this race is anyone's game. Considering just how much Sinjar was spinning out all over the place. A lot of mistakes being made as everyone tries to keep within the confines of the track limits. Quite frankly, brilliant driving from Grumio to stay in front. And could we see any change in strategy? Grumio on his way in here. I get the feeling those guys on the medium tyres will make their way in. Fans has gone to a fresh set of mediums. BJ waiting to come around here, see what he does. Yes, he's coming in. Wardy on the hards. I think we're seeing the majority pick him. Pope stays out. Curtis gets a drive penalty for speeding under the safety car. So Delta's hit him, more the end of the Delta's hit him at the worst possible time there. BJX in the pit lane here on a set of hard tyres. Wardy onto a set of mediums. Could we see a strategy, or could we see this strategy be killed midway through this race thanks in part to this safety car? We'll have to wait and see if another one comes out, see if more are required. But Pope stayed out, he'll hold on to the lead. We're waiting now for everyone to pack join up so we can get back on the way again. And lap number 10 here, this Grand Prix. Pope, who leads, but is now the only driver who's yet to come for a stop. Everyone want their fresh tyres here in an attempt to try and get them ready for this restart. Hope showing the way here. can probably go about another 10, perhaps 15 laps on those tyres. We'll see what he's going to do with time management in these races. But when will he choose to pit, and will he wait perhaps for a safety car to give him the right moment? Last car start we see on 10P fan, let's get back to racing. In terms of pit stops, 3 drivers who didn't pit. Neither one of the Alfa Romeos actually came into the pit lane. So this could be an infuriating restart on these cars in the lead pack, because trying to get back up towards the front. I get the feeling that Pope will not be perhaps dispatched as quickly as we've seen some of the slower cars in recent weeks after safety cars. It could go anyone's way. Grumio's priority would be to get around Pope as quickly as he can, but it's easier said than done with the former champion. 2 champions leading the field here for this restart. Fans caught back up to the back of the pack, so I think we will now get a start. And there it is, safety car in this lap. So here we go then. Grumio led by Pope. And the safety car makes its way in. So when will Pope go? I think he'll try and go at the exit of turn 9 maybe. As Wardy passes, as Huggy passes Wardy there. Huggy, like I say, yet to pit, one of 4 cars, rather, as I haven't counted that correctly, yet to pit. Ericsson also stayed out, and now Pope trying to go, but Grumio not letting him get away. These two have jumped out to a big advantage over the rest of the field. Back to racing here on lap number 13. Into turn 1, Huggy and Wardy side by side. Huggy trying to switch back, not quite going to get in there. Good exit from both of them though. They've really fallen away. Wardy on the medium tyres, haven't quite got the leverage he might have wanted on the way up the hill. And Huggy's going to try on the inside, very deep going into the corner. Wardy leaves in the room, and Huggy sidles on his way through into 5th. Pope still leads Grumio, Ericsson and BJ behind him. Grumio, we're waiting for the DRS to get through most likely. For the back, TJ passing Ethan here. The pair side by side into turn 6. Good exit in the Alpine, move up the slot. Landlord passing JB here. Oh, JB running through the gravel. Has he picked up damage there? I don't think he has. There he is, coming through to start lap 14 of this race. Pope still showing the way. JB, no damage on that car from the gravel. He stays out. Look how close this pack is here. It's absolutely brilliant. Wheel-to-wheel stuff. Connie Gobner around the outside going into turn 1. Runs a bit wide. There goes TJ passing PJ around the outside. TJ, who's made it a habit today of trying to pass people with J in the name, as Grumio moves into the lead in front of Pope here. And looks to try and get away, but Pope won't let him have it. Huge kerfuffle further back. Everyone very close together here. It's very exciting stuff. Even that bit more towards the front, but they're all single file. And Pope will not let Grumio get away easy. Of course, if he can deny Grumio more points in the championship to help his teammate out, who's not here tonight but sits 20 points back after last week at Silverstone, then he'll definitely be trying to help him out. Through the final corner once again, Grumio shows the way by 6 tenths now. And the DRS will be re-enabled this lap, and that'll be enough for Pope to have another go. And this could be where things get very interesting here amongst the pack. Everyone is so close together. As of right now, just 3 drivers who are within a second, who are not within a second of the cars. BJ goes through to take away 3rd place from Ericsson. And Wardy will try to go for that as well. Oh, he's hitting there. And unfortunately, a bit of contact between the pair of them. Hugging me on those medium tires, sorry, on those worn hard tyres. We're looking to try and get around Landlord here if he can. He's just got not good enough for a run as Wardy passes Ericsson through turn 4. Puts him into 4th place. Grumio 8.5 tenths clear of Pope. He's getting away, but not by much. If Pope can still keep himself in range after the first sector, he's still got a fairly good chance of maintaining pace and keeping up with Grumio. And BJ is still within DRS range himself. Wardy is not, so he could fall in the threat from Ericsson. He'll have it out of turn 2, or out of turn 1 rather. Now Grumio has a lot of ERS stored up. He'll use that to defend from the Mercedes on the run towards turn 4 perhaps. Into the corner. Pope with a good exit, keeping right there behind. Oh, he's almost lost the car, a bit skidding on the exit. Huggy passing Connie Goblin. Connie Goblin going way wide there. He's going to lose a lot of spots. Might lose that to JB as well. He does. And PJ Caleb looking to try and snatch the last point off him. Into the braking zone in front of them. TJ passing Huggy. Contact, a little bit of contact between the pair of them there. And this is absolute chaos here. Every driver wanting a piece of the action here. And getting it as well. There goes Sniper Hunter around the outside of PJ. Oh, around goes PJ. And he's taken several cars, and that's a big crash there. And as expected, the safety car deployed. Both Red Bulls taken out of the race in that bit of contact. Well, PJ got all shuffled up in that. And unfortunately, the 2 Red Bulls had nowhere to go. They could not recover from that. And that's very unfortunate for 2 cars that did so well in qualifying, but had such an unfortunate start to the race. And the safety car deployed for the 2nd time here in Austria. Not at all how they would have wanted their race to go. As we just get towards the halfway stage. Grumio leads Pope, who's, despite losing the lead, has done an exceptional job on this restart in keeping with the current series champion. BJ still there in 3rd, Wardy in 4th, Landlord back up to 5th, TJ 6th, Connie Goblin 7th, there's 2 AlphaTauris, JB and Prolol in 8th and 9th, and Alvar, the last points on offer. Fan coming back through the field, runs 11th, Ericsson 12th, PJ Khaled 13th now, Huggy Bear down in 14th, Sniper Hunter 15th, Lycon 16th, Websy 17th, Curtis is out the pits for mediums, he's running in 18th, and of course both Red Bulls unfortunately now out to the Grand Prix. So very unfortunate for the pair of them, but let's try and bounce back next week as best they can. And Pope on his way in here. This may have just served very nicely to him. Will he lose out at all? Of course, he's lost track position, but he won't fall too many places. Down to P11 here. That now sets him on a number of good cars. Grumio then shows the way. We're nearing the halfway mark of this Grand Prix. So yeah, halfway stage this thing. Just waiting. Let's get back on the way, which could happen. It could happen this lap, this time round, because Websy and Curtis is almost caught up to the back of the pack. So the race could be back on in just a lap's time. Now BJ's the one stuck behind Grumio in second place. What will he look to do? Will he be able to keep with the championship leader on the restart? We saw Pope do it. Can BJ do it too? Of course, we've seen those two tussle a good few times this season. In particular, I think it's back to the showdown in Australia in just the third round of the season. And that's quite a fascinating battle between the pair of them. And the safety car now on his way in. How will Grumio do this restart? Last time he was the one chasing, this time he's the one leading them back to green. And BJ's the one chasing. Wardy's still there in third place, but he's got a charging Aston Martin of Landlord behind him in fourth place. TJ in fifth, Courtney Golden in sixth, JB seventh, Pro 8th, Alvar ninth, and Fam the last points on offer as Grumio looks to get back on the way here. It wasn't the best of getaways. It may lose out a bit to BJ here. BJ's gone a bit wide, so Wardy could try and see fit to go from moving to one if he's close enough. Green flag goes back out in lap number 20 here. 17 laps to go in this thing. Grumio leads into the first corner once again. And just behind him here, Wardy's going to get right to work following in the toe of BJ, who may have seen a skip from the car behind him there. Going into turn number 3. No late braking moves there. And everyone says single file apart from PJ. He's going to try and take Huggy into the corner. There's contact. And Steinmann's been picking up a piece of damage as well. Both get away clean, but that was a very unwise move to make. Steinmann's closing on Huggy. He's going to try and have his go at him now. Lycon passing PJ around the outside. Webbsy and Kurtz coming very close to contact. Already a second gained by Grumio over BJ. Yellow flag, that's Grumio around! The long-time race leader and pole setter losing it off the corner, and what looked to be a race victory in his hands. Just past the halfway stage, he's now down on 18th. BJ inherits the lead, and this could be where things get a lot more interesting, as without Grumio in front, in the nicest possible, the pack's been a lot closer. And we have a proper race in our hands now. And when a DRS gets deployed, that could get even closer. Wardy now sits in second place for the first time all day. And now, in a lap's time, may be given the chance to take on BJ for the lead. 3 wide, going towards turn 4. Pope, Prolol, Alvar. Pope jumps in front of them in towards that 4th turn. Bit of contact perhaps with Alvar. He's gone wide and it has to no choice but to allow Prolol on the inside. He's coming knocking, going towards turn 6 now. Still down the outside. And what close racing this is. Grumio, 5 seconds behind the pack here. And with serious work to do if he wants points. Landlord trying on the outside of Wardy, sorry. Might look at him off the final corner. No DRS till we get to the end of in turn 1. BJ leading by 8 tenths. Landlord closing ever closer each time. DRS to play for both cars here, but Landlord's got a better toe. Curtis to the inside. Oh, getting very close to contact. Landlord's going to try it here. On the exit, not going to be able to pull it off. Might try again towards 4. It's a bit more of a run this time. Wardy won't force him around the outside. Landlord on the underneath. Wardy there. No contact between the pair of them. They're still side by side, but I think Aston Martin's got him. And Wardy backs off, not using his energy here. Oh, very close to contact between the pair of them here. This is absolutely intense racing. Prolol passing Ericsson here, but might go wide. And that'll allow the Hashtag to try and move in. Not a bit of it. Prolos still sits in front. Sniper Hunter's defense kind of getting back around Lycon for P13. No points on the line for them there. JB running in 6th place here. Pope just 2 tenths behind him. And Landlord now taking on BJ for the lead. Woody falling away here. Could fall under threat to TJ into turn 1. The Alpine driver won't go for it here, but might go for it going into turn 3. Similar to how Landlord did a lap ago. But will the Alpine get the move done? But the Aston Martin didn't. Up the hill they come once again. Hugging the time penalty for multiple warnings. No move for TJ. Got any Goblin there in 5th place, defending from JB. And Pope just there behind as well. Absolutely fantastic racing here. And Landlord to the outside here, trying to take the lead. Will he try to switch back on the exit? He's going to try, but it's not enough. Ooh, and skidding the car just a little bit there. But still keeping pace with our race leader. And if BJ can try and back Landlord up into the pack, then maybe he may lose out. But this race is definitely not over and could go all the way to the flag. And this will be big for Grumio, who, while he won't lose out too much in terms of points, has got BJ goes a bit wide for the last corner, and Landlord goes siding through, taking full advantage. He takes over the lead of the race, but BJ will now have DRS off for turn 1. Tight between them here. BJ charging back again. Landlord has less ERS, but BJ's going to use a good deal of his. Half battery left, so goes around the outside. Will he get clear of him by the last corner? Sorry, by turn number 3. Yellow flag. Sniper Hunter goes around, and Landlord stays in front narrowly and nicks the DRS off number 2. Wardy defending from TJ here. Bit too far back to look to the inside for TJ. He was there. BJ goes wide again. That's another crucial mistake that allows Landlord to increase his lead. And as one Aston Martin spins, the other one now leads. With 12 laps to go. 12 and a half rather. Grumio back in 16th place. And still the chance here. Still the chance, some good points. There's still, I say, still 12 more laps to go in this thing. Yellow flag. Oh, and that's one of the Aston Martins. Sorry, one of the Alfa Romeos around. That's Huggy who's gone. Moving out of the way for Sniper Hunter and Lycon to go through for rejoining in 18th. And TJ passing Wardy here into turn 1. Wardy's going to try a switch back here, or not going to get enough run, but has DRS to go with it. Both cars using ERS to try and close up. Wardy's getting close, he looks to the inside, going to 3. Grumio into the pit lane, 5-second penalty for him. And PJ also into the pits. He's on a fresh set of soft tyres here. Grumio going onto mediums with a front wing change too, so he may have picked up damage potentially from maybe a bit of contact with Huggy Bear. The two leaders spreading out a little bit more now. Landlord not too far away from getting the 1 second advantage he needs, and he's got it now. You be careful not to lose it where his teammate did, who now sits a long way back from the points and needs a safety car and wants to get himself back in it. Pope there in 5th. Could try and take Wardy here. Going towards turn 1. He's got enough runs to try and get a foot on the Williams. But he's going to stay in line at the moment and try to make contact with him on the exit. We'll try again here. Off of 1. No run for Wardy because he's too far away from TJ. Pope now on his outside. The season 11 champion on the high side, looking upstairs into 3. Ooh, Wardy may have just tapped him a little bit. But almost loses the car on the exit, and Pope takes away P4. And Pope has scored just 35 points this season. On course to add a good 12-15 more to his list. 10 more laps to go in this thing when they cross the line. And if those medium tyres hold out, I say there's a car capable of winning this thing. But he's got 3 very strong cars to pass. Cars have been up there all day, running just behind Grumio in what's been so far a race for second. But how a race can change be put on its head extremely quickly. And all of a sudden we have a number of good cars who can still win this race. BJ back in DRS range. Will he get closer to use his advantage? Landlord Getting back out of that range now. Through turn 3. A good exit required from the McLaren. Oh, but he almost loses it right there. This TJ has no defence here from Pope, except the fact he's got a decent couple of attempts going towards turn 4. But I say next time he might not be so lucky as PJ Callis takes the fight the fastest lap. 1 minute 6.4. And Grumio takes it back for himself on medium tyres. 1 minute 5.7. That's just how quick Grumio is at the start of stints. We've really used that to advance to try and get away. BJ 1.4 seconds back now. And arguably more fully under threat from the cars in front. And the yellow flag here. And that's Alvaro's gone around after getting that penalty. He's lost it. The exit at turn number 8. Almost ran right into Lycon there. He was just trying to make his way past. Sniper Hunter moves up into 14th place. In front of Alvar here. And Mr. TJ could try and take on the McLaren driver here on the way through turn 3. Looking to close in by going later on the brakes. If he can hold it, a good enough exit could push him a little bit closer, and it will. But he's dragging Pope with him. Wardy now 2 seconds back. Under serious pressure from Courtney Goblin. Wardy got damage. His car's okay, but he may have made a mistake or two. Courtney on the outside. He's going to try and make his way around. No chance on the entry, but on the exit maybe. Here he goes, looking to the inside. And that'll be the outside for turn number 6. Bit of a poor run in. JB also poor as well. Go a bit off their lines. They're still sticking with Wardy. And Lanos now pulled 2 seconds on BJ, who's under threat from the chasing pack. TJ and Pope now both very condensed together. And this could get very dicey here. Pope to the inside, yellow flag off that last corner. Pope to the inside, takes away 3rd spot. But TJ coming right back at him. Side by side between the pair of them here on the run towards turn 3. As Connie Govan gets hit with the penalty of his own. TJ and Pope side by side into the 3rd corner. Pope gets up in front. Landlord then still leading. JB getting around Courtney Goblin here. Prolo going to try and take him as well. Not trying to take him. Yellow flag, and that's TJ who's gone around. And that is terrible for him. He's had such a brilliant race today, and it's all amounts to nothing now. No points for the Alpine cars as it stands. One less car Lano has to worry about. He leads by 2.6 seconds now, just 7 laps to go. Hope sitting there, a quarter of a second back from BJ. And despite being almost 3 seconds clear, there can still be no mistakes from Landlord. Towards the end of this race, he's got 2 very fast cars sitting right there behind him. One of them has got experience with tandem with Aston Martins this season. And Pope is looking for a podium finish if he can here. He's going to go to the outside of BJ, going into 4. He might try a switchback here on the exit, and he will. But will he get inside of BJ to try and make it happen? No, he won't. He might have been inside, but not anymore. McLaren holds on to P2. All the while these two fighting, allowing the Aston Martin in front to get away. Parallel passing Connie Goblin now. Fan back there in 8th place, trying to make something happen here. He's moving back up to the field. He's been on those hard tyres for 26 laps. Oh, there goes Courtney Goblin going wide. And tucking back into line just in front of his teammate behind the McLaren. Pope again, still trying to chase BJ and make something happen here. Goblin passing Fan here as they come towards turn 3 themselves. Fan Larch trying to go last on the brakes. Around the outside, might make it happen here. And he will make it happen. Fan's P7. As JB taking on Wardy here. He's got him as well. And Pope still right there. BJ not giving him an inch. A mistake from either one of these two or a spin of any kind will put JB into the podium places. Landon here just 5 laps away from victory. The other two podium runners come off the last corner and down the main straight once again. The fans on their feet as Pope looks to the inside. Won't go for it. Trying to play the long game. Going towards turn 3. JB trying to pull away from Wardy in 5th. Prolol, his teammate there, with just 1 spot separating them. And again, Pope still struggling to get around the McLaren. He uses it a bit by bit of his ERS in order to stay in front. Will Pope go for it late? No chance. Maybe a bit too deep in the run towards the corner. Oh, Prolo going for it very late on the brakes. What on earth was he thinking there? Oh, and he's taken several cars with him there. Prolo and Websy both go. Safety car deployed. And all of a sudden this race thrown into chaos. Landlord taking full advantage, heading for the pit lane here. Fresh soft tyres, no doubt going on that machine. Well, well. The Austrian Grand Prix yet again has another twist in its tail. This one turning its head. BJ and Pope both stay out. And I'm getting deja vu from a few races ago because I've seen this story before. Landlord onto soft tyres here, chasing the race leader and taking them on the final lap. That last time the victim was Zach Sherman. No Zach Sherman in the picture this time, unfortunately. This time up against proven winners in the RDL. And JB staying in 3rd place here. Lando hasn't lost that too much here. He's on soft tyres against cars that have done a ton more laps on their tyres. JB in 3rd place. If he can hold on, that'd be a brilliant podium finish for him. So BJ leads this Grand Prix. Pope now in 2nd and JB in 3rd. And I dare say we'll only get maybe 2 laps of racing out of this. And Grimio now has a chance at some points if he can get close enough. No penalties for any of these guys up front. That's the crucial thing. So that won't be ruining the action at this stage. And the leaders, if they wanted to, couldn't pit now. Otherwise they'd lose track position. And that's the crucial thing at the late stage of the Grand Prix. With just 3 more laps to go. And those who are here right now, don't go anywhere. Because this finish is about to get a lot more interesting than we could have imagined earlier on in this race. Landlord on a fresh set of soft tyres. Who I dare say, despite being sat there in 4th, is arguably the favourite to win this thing. Grimio into the pit lane here. Perhaps couldn't have a fresh set of soft tyres put on himself. With that penalty as well. And this will be it has all the components of an absolutely thrilling finish. BJ and JB have both been on those hard tyres since that first safety car. Landor's been on these since about lap 18, so the halfway stage more or less. And I know that Pope is good in his tyres, but Landor is too. It'd take a mega restart from this top 3 to pull away and actually manage to pull off this race victory. Safety car in this lap. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. We'll get 2 laps of racing here to decide this Austrian Grand Prix. Landlord may only need 1 to actually get through these 3 cars in front of him. It's going to have to be a great restart here. The 3 of them have to work collectively potentially to hold him up on this restart. Potentially push him into the back of the pack behind him. But TJ won't be much help there on worn tyres himself. The majority pack on fresh softs here. Just 6 cars who did not piss onto that safety car. The other 12 did, and we have a finish for the ages on our hands. And Landlord has his jaw cut out from 3 cars in to get around on this restart. When will BJ go? He's making them wait to the final corner. Oh, he's really enough Pope there. Landlord getting right to work here. 2 more laps to go here in Austria. Landlord to the inside of 1 and almost the inside of 2 cars there. And these soft stages, quick yellow flag behind. And that is Websy's gone around. And he's taking Grumio with him. No points off for the championship leader. Landlord pulling to the inside of Pope. Grumio out. There's contact between the pair of them. Landlord losing it a bit. Oh, he's almost spun it. Those tyres, while fresh, are still relatively new, so could struggle on them. And Pope has a penalty here, so that'll push Landlord in second, and shockingly, JB onto the podium. But he's got to hold it here. Yellow flag, sector 2 behind them. And BJ hasn't got away as much as he liked, but there'll be no DRS for these guys. Prologue for his second time penalty. And Landlord has only got through 1 car here as we come towards the last lap of this race. It could be 2 if he gets on the inside of Pope. No contact. He's forced to go back into line now. Won't help his chances at all. And BJ a lap away from winning this race. Yellow flag behind them. Final lap here. And Wardy dropping all the way back to the bottom of the field, rather. And Pope went wide. Lycon is being shown the lead. Obviously, he's not winning this race. BJ's in the lead. And I dare say that'll change here. Lycon with an incredibly odd glitch here. If he's shown the flag, he's going to be shown the flag here. And Lycon, I dare say, is being classed as the winner. A very odd glitch there. Websy and Alva both out of the race. Landlord, meanwhile, has caught BJ. Oh, he's got a bit too deep there into 6, but he's going for that slow and fast out approach. Might try on the outside of 7. It's going to be very tight between these two as they come to the line. And this race to the win. Landlord on the outside out of 8. As the order changes now. BJ defending the inside as we come towards that last corner. Will BJ have him? It's going to be very tight between these two. Off the final corner. Landlord has 1 chance to get him here. Oh, he's lost it. Around he goes. No! BJ comes to the line and wins it. Fantastic finish. JB gets second. TJ gets third. And Landlord home in 7th at the end of all that. What a chaotic finish here. What an absolutely brilliant final restart. And BJ, who timed it to perfection, wins here. In perhaps one of the most entertaining Austrian Grand Prix I have ever seen. And we have to talk to all of these guys in the top 3. Just what went down there on that final restart. We'll definitely get to talk to BJ. And JB on the podium as well. And TJ home, I believe it was TJ, home in 3rd. Another victory and to add to his campaign. BJ gets some more points on the board here with the victory. And yes, TJ did come home in 3rd place in the end. JB second for AlphaTauri. That's a fantastic finish for him. And a season that hasn't perhaps been the best for AlphaTauri so far. I mean, coming into this one, they sit bottom in the Constructors' Championship coming in. And I think somebody has to talk to JB here. Because he'll no doubt be incredibly satisfied with the 2nd place finish today. And BJ will have to talk to him too. What an exciting Austrian Grand Prix that was. Perhaps one of the best races this season. BJ wins it then. JB 2nd and TJ in 3rd. Pope in the end came home in 4th. Fan in 5th. Lycon 6th in the end after that very weird glitch. Landlord in 7th, coming so close to winning it, but falling just short of the line. I was hoping to get a photo finish for the record books there, but it wasn't meant to be. Sniper Hunter finishes 8th. Courtney Goblin takes 9th. And Ericsson, who started dead last, finishes in 10th place. Curtis Shepard 11th. Huggy Bed 12th. Woody 13th in the end. Unfortunate end to the Grand Prix for him after that penalty and the final restart. PJ in 14th. Prolol 15th, Alvar 16th, Websy 17th, Grumio fortune race from 18th, and the 2 Red Bulls, and the only 2 cars classed as DNFs here. That was an absolutely incredible flying finish here. I do hope you guys did enjoy it. And we'll have to talk to these guys here after what was an absolutely fantastic race. I hope you guys did enjoy that one as much as I did. Make sure to stick around here for these post-race interviews. and we'll see just so we can get here. Let's just see who we can get. Asked all three of them. We'll have to see who responds. We've got BJ, so we'll have to talk to him first. And we'll see what we get from both the other two. Unfortunately, we can't talk to JB. And we'll get to JB. So get to BJ the other way around. We'll have to talk to him now. Afterwards, I've no doubt a fantastic finish there. Doing a great race all day, and well deserving that race victory. After the Aston Martins, of course, had their end to the race. BJ, you there with us?
Hello, mate.
Well, that was one of your more entertaining wins, I have to say. Brilliant result there, P1. Talk us through it.
Oh, mate, I'm still shaking, actually. Well, I didn't really have a really good race. You're not going to believe it, but I didn't really have the pace. Had to defend a lot. But actually stayed on track. And at the end, the safety car came out. Landlord pitted. I didn't. I wasn't going to box anyway. And, well, in the end, I have to Pope to thank for this win, because he defended like a lion from Landlord. Which gave me just enough space to keep him behind. The last sector was so tense. He just was all over the place, and in the end I held him off. I was afraid for a little bit. I caused his crash, but he already told it was his own fault. So, well, very happy, of course, with this one. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, we could have potentially had a record photo finish on the books there. Should Daniel hold it at the last corner. Yeah, in terms of the safety cars, did they change the strategy in any way? Because of course you were on those tyres a long time since that first safety car, I believe. So yeah, great stuff there towards the end to manage those tyres. How'd you do that?
Yeah, well, the first safety car came at quite a good moment for me. It was lap 9 or lap 10, so a perfect moment to switch to the hards for me. So that was quite basic in terms of strategy. And the final one, yeah, it's so difficult when you're somewhere in front, because you don't know what the cars behind are gonna do. If you box, you give up quite a lot of positions if other guys stay out. So yeah, decided to stay out. I quickly figured out that it was only 2 racing laps, so no DRS. So thought I'd take a gamble and stay out and hope I could hold my position. Yeah, worked out pretty well, I must say.
Yeah, managed to do it in the end. Of course, when you did see Landau come into the pits there for those fresh softs, was there any sense of fear that came through there, or was there always confidence you get the job done?
No, I definitely wasn't confident. I knew he was gonna be about, well, what is it, 2, maybe 3 seconds a lap faster on those fresh softs compared to worn hards. So no, I definitely wasn't sure of my decision, but yeah, I had to choose something, and this was it, and it turned out pretty well. Yeah. But again, it was mostly thanks to Pope defending for a lap and a half or something. Otherwise, he would have easily gotten me.
Yeah, he did a brilliant job back there in finishing where he did. And last question, so that race marks the halfway point of the season. It's France next time out. Are we going to see a new BJ in the second half, or we try and get some more wins on the board and just see where we go?
Yeah, well, if a new BJ means I'm gonna get some better results, yeah, let's hope so. But yeah, this is a good start, obviously. So I think this is my 2nd win this season. So that's I think that's already more than last season as a whole. So yeah, that went quite well. It's more important for me to focus on consistently, actually. So yeah, let's see.
Yeah, I have to say, of course, the 4 cars in front of you, of course, all got considerably less or no points at all from today. So you've closed a decent gap there. Well, in terms of next week, we'll have to see then. So congratulations on the win. Hopefully we'll see you back here next week.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
You have a good one. So that was BJ then after his brilliant race victory. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get JB in, but I was told Stan Street he's very pleased with his performance, and it's a very rare podium. So we're hoping on his behalf we'll see a few more of him as the season goes by, and we'll see if we can get TJ in for an interview later on. He's about to get a response to him. We'll see how we do. Of course, another podium to add to his repertoire from this season. I know to do so. So just don't want an interview from BJ this week, unfortunately. So with that, then I think that'll be the end of the stream. That was a quite entertaining race here, and that's the sort of thing we get in Austria in the Races Driving League. I hope you've enjoyed it. Next week's race, same place, same time, here on the Zach RC channel. Make sure to subscribe to get up to date with all future RDL content, including any shorts from this race that you'll see throughout the week, because it's a very entertaining one, very shorts-worthy race. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe, and until next week, I shall see you then. Goodbye, everybody.